So, hello, fellow light beings, and welcome to my reading for today, January 2nd of 2022. This is reading number 1 in my new series where I'm going to be doing once a week. We'll be bringing you a message and a reading from source for all of us. Today, January 2nd, 2022, it's funny that we begin this new year with a new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign of structure. This could be the beginning of a powerful time in our lives, or at least the beginning phases of something you could see come into fruition by the corresponding full supermoon on July 13th, 2022. Now is the time to become focused and determined to keep our dream alive, even if it feels like it is going nowhere at first. Remember, great things take time. Right now, we are beginning a process. It will not come into fruition overnight, but within 6 months, you will see great and powerful change if you keep your goal and do not allow yourself to give up. Just don't give up. Don't give up. Now is the time to push through, not to, stop. The lunar phase meditation for today is from this awesome book that my friend Christy gave me, Song of Trusting the Heart. And it goes through the lunar phases, and there's a new meditation for each phase of the moon. I think that's really cool. So as I'm doing these readings just on Sundays, it means we'll be in a different moon phase, we'll be in a different area each time I do a reading. When I did these readings with my Aunt Daisy, we would do them during the new and the full moon. So what I like about doing it just once a week and an overall reading for everybody instead of for each sign is that it's just one message for all of us from source. But the moon's phase is something that we still need to consider because we need to remember that we're water. We're made almost entirely out of water. And people tend to forget that the moon does, in fact, have a pull on water. And so we are, in fact, going to be affected by the phases of the moon. And it's important for us to take time to reflect on what that energy is doing in our lives and utilize it. The first meditation for the new moon in Capricorn for the very beginning of 2022. The beauty way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. When there is no love and hate, everything becomes clear and visible. However, make the least distinction, and the known and the unknown will be flung a world apart. Ruminate on those words. I've discovered that if we think on words, they'll open up new pathways for us. Another thing that my friend Christy brought to me this weekend that the universe brought to her was this Wild Moon Lunar Phase deck. And it's not a tarot deck, which is really cool. Because I don't believe in tarot. I mean, I believe to each their own, but for me personally, I don't utilize tarot. I read playing cards. Anyway. But these are cards that explain the influences of the moon, and this is the new moon again. This dark, beautiful new moon, and the new moon is sacred darkness. The phase influence of the new moon is rest and reflection. It is in this time we sit with our silence, because it is in the silence that the answers we seek will rise from the pools of our internal void, providing us the fodder with which to craft our highest centered intentions. Marking the first day of the lunar cycle, the new moon is historically linked to the goddess Lilith and rebirth. It is believed that spells are more effective when cast under the new moon, or dark moon, as well as being the optimum time for planting seeds in your life or in the ground. Women have gathered in ritual for centuries to harness the energy of this powerful night and manifest their desires. Today, if you have time, create a sacred space for yourself. Let candlelight surround you and settle into your internal hearth and stoke its fire. Divulge your deepest, most heart-centered desires. Ask for guidance and watch as the sparks from your belly's flame illuminate the darkness with the answers you seek. The mantra to remember for this week: I am a conduit. The answers I seek flow through me now. So this week's message is definitely going to have something to do with rebirth, beginning, starting new, ending a cycle, beginning again, because today in numerology is a number 9. So this week will be really about transformation and ending cycles. What we are working towards in the coming year will be a deep, spiritual, and meaningful project that's going to lead us to a higher state of consciousness. Now is the time to reflect and ponder on the lessons we have learned from the trials and tribulations that lead us to become who we are today. The time has come to be grateful for the hardships we have overcome, for without them, we wouldn't have received the knowledge we needed. So on that note, I believe it's time, finally, for our reading for this week. And I'm just going to do a simple, quick draw, I think. Originally, I planned on doing my traditional draw, but we'll see, actually. No, I'll do my traditional draw. I better stick with it. I'm going to go ahead and move this down. I forgot for a second, this is my first video, I forgot for a second that you can't see me, you're just seeing my hands and hearing my voice. So. One more shuffle. We do 3 rounds of shuffling and pull the cards. With one ace. All right. So that's funny. We had exactly 2 in each category. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this quick reading. And I wrote my little book. We'll go ahead and I will let you see the readings. So the hearts are what speak to our soul. These are things that God wants us to remember in our soul. And we have a message about our soul coming to us. This first line is to our house, which is to everything around us, around all of us. This is something we're needing to bring to our home, to our hearts, to our daily lives, to our everyday living situation. With the way we interact with the world around us, this is what God's wanting us to focus on. And there's a message of the soul coming to us with the Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts is, I'm using my book, so I hope that you enjoy seeing my little meanings that I wrote here. So you can also see that I'm not just making things up, And the Jack of Hearts is someone near and dear to your heart. It's someone close to you that you have known for quite a while, and it's laying on top of the 2 of Diamonds. The 2 of Diamonds is speaking of good news of some sort that will be coming to you via written correspondence. Seeing a small increase in fortune and taking advantage of invitations that come your way. It's time for us to step out of our comfort zone with people that we're close to. It's time for us to focus on good news and positivity and the increases in fortunes that we see. Really step outside of our comfort zone and take invitations with people that we're close to do things that we wouldn't normally do. Perhaps there's some sort of fights that need resolving, and you're going to see some good outcome to these. It's time to focus on the good with our family. To ourselves, we have the Jack of Diamonds, which is a bringer of messages. Again, with the hearts dealing with the souls. I'm probably going to change the way I read these eventually. I'm kind of still writing out my layouts. Again, I said the Jack of Diamonds is the bringer of messages. He's laying on top of the 5 of Hearts. Let's see what the 5 of Hearts says. Again, I wrote this book and I've just finished writing it. So I'm still learning exactly what all I've written. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's been a while since I've read so much. There's a message coming to you. To ourself is exactly what we need to do to make our personal lives better. And right now, we're getting a message about strong love, some family relationships, close friends. There's an area of your life we're making progress in. Again, this is going hand in hand with the moon is bringing to us. It's time for us to begin to move towards our goals. Except for it's time for us also to pay more attention to the world around us and to be wary of new people, especially those that are using you as a confidant or asking you for help. Watch out for those who try to use our good heart and don't trust everyone. It's time to be cautious. This here is to our wish. This is what God wants us. This is what God wants from us. What God desires from us. We've got the King of Clubs here. The King of Clubs is a wise leader. Someone who's learned a lot in their lives and offers gentle guidance, leads by examples, and is the true essence of who they are. They're true to who they are. They're honest, they're reliable. They sometimes tend to learn life's lessons the hard ways, but inevitably they learn. They're generous, lifelong companions and friends. This represents one who will not compromise their inner truth. They're laying on top of the 8 of Diamonds. The 8 of Diamonds is against the eyes. It's watchful. Again, it's time for us to be careful and cautious and be wary. Pay attention to your surroundings. who you surround yourself with. Pay attention to where you spend your time and energy. God wants us to learn these lessons. God wants us to pay attention to who we surround ourselves with. God wants us to invest in things that are going to bring us forward, and to budget, and to mind ourselves, to focus, to really watch the company we keep. And eventually unexpected blessings will pile up on you, but don't count the chickens you're expecting before they hatch. Expect certain plans to fall through, and just be cautious. Just leave it all in God's hands and go with the flow and do the best that you can. Pay attention. This next one here is what we do expect. I'm playing here with the Jack of Spades. It's someone who's not necessarily a bad person. It's someone kind of selfish. Person that tends to take from us. They're self-centered. They're very charming, so we don't really see them for who they are at first, but the true person within always comes out. They're very sly and sneaky, and they're really not someone you can trust. There's someone who's lazy, and they tend to get in the way. And to be perfectly honest, they really just kind of take up space. And they're laying on top of the Six of Hearts. And Hearts again deals with our soul, deals with our family, deals with people that we're close to. People that are in our lives constantly and consistently. And this is showing that there might be a relationship with somebody that's getting deeper and stronger, and you feel secure right now, but really, is it really healthy? Is it really secure? Is it false security? This person that you feel comfortable with may in fact be someone that's taking from you, and it's wanting to use you for your generosity. So make sure that the people that you're giving to aren't using you, because I think we all know of somebody who's using us right now, and it's time for us to kind of step back from that situation. And then this final section here is what we don't expect. These are things coming to us that we're not expecting, and boy, we've got some nines coming here. Nines are good things. Nine of Diamonds is a really good financial card. It's showing that a lot of blessings are coming. A lot of blessings are coming our way. We're not expecting these blessings. There's going to be extra money coming into our lives, especially if you're making an investment in something. The money may seem to be going out right now, but remember, the greatest rewards come when you do the investing in yourself. This again is going with what the moon is telling us. Invest. Really move forward. Find a dream, something that you want. You're not gonna see a reward right now, but it's coming. Boy, is this reward coming. And then it's laying on top of the Nine of Hearts. And the Nine of Hearts is a celebration card. Things are working out for you in the best way possible. Your heart's desires are coming true with positive outcomes. You can expand these blessings and rewards by sharing your good fortune with others. Give your love and self to those who need it. Be selfless and help when you can. The rewards will be boundless. So even though you're helping someone, we may be helping people who are selfish and don't deserve it. We may be doing things for others that don't necessarily deserve it. It may feel like we're investing in something that just there's no point in. It seems to be going so slowly. Remember, the rewards will be boundless with this. You can't possibly see how boundless this year is going to reward us. And last but not least is what's sure to come true. And boy, oh boy, there's going to be some trouble coming our way. We're going to be hitting some bumps. We've got the Ten of Spades here. And the Ten of Spades is quite a bit of bumpy roads ahead. Again, there's probably someone that a lot of us are investing in that are not necessarily good for us to invest in. There's something ominous that has been kind of shaking things up. There's been a problem. We're not living to your highest, most best self. There's been some energies that are negative that we're needing to shake. And there's going to be some discomfort. There's going to be some misfortune. There's going to be grief. There's going to be some fear of the changes that are headed our way. And in fact, there may be what feels like a tragedy about to take place in our lives. A lot of people are being moved and shaken, and things are going to change. And that's because it's making way for a new beginning. The Ace of Clubs is new beginnings, learning new things, life changes. There is an ending coming. But it's not a final ending. It's a closure. Remember to think of it in the way of a closure, and that's to make way for new beginnings. Anyway, this was a very not smooth reading. As the time goes on, I'll get better and better. It's the first one I've done in many moons. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Sunday. Hopefully it'll go a lot smoother next Sunday. Thank you, and until then, peace, love, and light.